My name is Sydney, and I live in Victoria on Vancouver Island, British Columbia in Canada. And my story is actually about a little island that is off of our main island called Quadra Island. And there's a hotel there called Harriet Bay Inn, and it's kind of Canada famous or BC famous for being quite haunted. It's been on the news, and I think that's kind of their claim to fame and makes the hotel pretty popular. And I believe it's been around since the late 1800s and has kind of always been like a hotel that loggers would go to have parties. And it was just quite rowdy and lots of, I guess, history to the building. And then before that, it was a First Nations. I can't think of the specific word, but it's kind of where they harvested their clams and shellfish. There's just so much history to the land. But we went there, my friend and I, on a ghost hunt expedition, and we actually went with a crew, I guess, that is located out of Victoria that hosts ghost weekends or different ghost hunts. So we paid and we went, and it was kind of a girls' trip, and both my friend and I do lots of videos on ghosts and stuff, and actually it's all my friend, she does all the editing. So we just kind of went for fun. Like, we've done the Maritime Museum in Victoria, and we decided that let's do something more than that's just an evening, let's do a whole weekend. So we were sharing a room, and right when we got there, they told us that our room was one of the haunted ones, so people would be in and out during the investigations in the evening. And the investigations went from like 8:30 p.m. all the way to about 2 or 3 in the morning. So that evening we got there, we had to take a little ferry over from the mainland. We check in, they tell us that we're haunted. Anyways, we go up to our room and set all of our stuff away, and then we go down for dinner. And all of us are getting to know each other. It's about 25 or 30 in the group, and there's no one else in the hotel other than us and the staff. Eat dinner, and we're all telling ghost stories, and my friend and I are kind of like the only ones out of place, just because we're more of like the skeptics that like going on ghost hunts to try to scare ourselves, whereas everyone that was there was very much intuitive and brought all of their crystals and all of these divination tools, where we pretty much brought our iPads so we could watch Netflix to go to sleep. And my friend brought like a ghost box and her camera and her video camera. Like, we just wanted evidence. We eat dinner, and then we go for a cat nap just because the investigation is going to start at about 8 p.m. So we had about an hour in between dinner finishing and the investigation. We went upstairs, and we had to share a queen-size bed. And to the left of me at the back of the room, there's this large washroom. And then on my friend's side of the bed was this armoire that all of our stuff was in, and it had a big oval mirror on it that you could see into the bathroom. I hop under the covers. I think she was on top of the covers, and we just kind of set the alarm and fall asleep. About 45 minutes into our nap, I just hear a little bit of a shake of the shower curtain. And then I hear a step, 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 and my eyes shoot open, and I'm facing my friend, and her eyes are open. I'm like, "Did you hear that?" And she's like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, "Is there something behind me?" She's like, "Mm-mm." So I end up shooting under the covers, where she is really brave, and she doesn't, I don't know, she's a lot harder to scare. So she gets up and she sets up her video camera, turns on her phone to collect EVPs, puts on her ghost box, and starts recording. And so she starts asking questions like, "If you're here, can you make a sound?" And all of a sudden we get a knock from inside the bathroom. So at this point, I shoot from under the covers and like run across the room, and I open the door, and she's like, "Are you in or you're out, kid?" So I close the door. We start asking more questions. So she has her ghost box on, and she's like, "If there's someone here, make something happen." I can't remember the exact events, but pretty much my mascara on the counter in the bathroom rolled off of the counter. And we hear that in the video, and we didn't realize what happened until after when we watched it, and then I went into the bathroom. So unfortunately, this little part's not on the video, but you can hear it. So at this point, I hear that. I run out of the room. I'm freaking out in the hallway, and eventually this gentleman who was our neighbor is like, "Oh, are you everything kind of?" "Yeah, there's just something in our bedroom." So he ends up coming back into the bedroom with us, and he starts talking over my friend, and it kind of stopped the video from that point, like, I guess, being credible as to what was our voices and what else was going on in the room. But he's like, "Oh, maybe it's the kitchen below." And like I said, it's like 100-year-old hotel. So he ran downstairs to check if the kitchen was below us. And he comes up and he's like, "It might be the kitchen, but I don't know for sure." Later, we confirmed that we were not above the kitchen. Anyways, so we end up wrapping up. But right before we end up wrapping up, I thought I heard a little girl say, hi, and then I go, hi. And then later on, I asked everyone if they heard that in the room, and everyone was like, no. But you can hear on the video someone saying, hi. We told everyone that like our room is haunted, and I don't think there's any major experiences left in like that happened in the room. But anyways, that weekend, I drive my friend home, and she literally just goes to her computer and starts uploading it. And she calls me, and she's like, you have to hear this. She ended up taking her cell phone and recording what was being played on her computer. And during that video, you hear all the knocking, you hear sound happening in the bathroom. But what you don't hear, well, we didn't hear, but we hear on the video, is there's parts of my friends asking a question, being like, can you show yourself? And all of a sudden, in this disembodied voice that's really growly, you hear, come and see. And then there's also another voice that at some point it goes, the first path, and it's really growly. It's pretty clear. And we didn't hear this at all in the room. If I would have heard this the night that we were there, 100% we would have went home. We probably would have like caught the next ferry out or slept in our car and then caught it in the morning. So thankfully we didn't hear it. But hope you enjoy this story. Bye-bye.
Thank you for sharing that experience with us. I
love that she was just going to watch Netflix all
That's
night.
what I was laughing at. Yeah. It's like, that's good. That's good. Thoughts on all that?
I think it's interesting because she kind of went in there expecting nothing. She just wanted to do something fun and different.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is always interesting. She wasn't going in looking for anything. She wasn't going in, because I do think that sometimes when we're looking for something, especially when it's quiet, did you hear that you can convince yourself of things maybe?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she kind of, with her approach to it, had some genuine experiences.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And also, like, I think when people go in and they're just hell-bent on finding something, any noise they will call a ghost. And I'll tell you a really quick story. We were doing this investigation at this restaurant martini bar, and it had some reported activity, whatever. We really weren't getting anything, but we were standing, and there was a closet behind me, and we were doing an EVP session. So I'm asking some questions, and we're recording it and stuff. And there must have been an ice machine in the closet behind me. Because if you've been in a restaurant and an ice machine drops its ice when it's ready for it to drop ice, I nearly shit my pants because it scared the hell out of me. And people always laugh at me about that. But the truth of the matter is that you're not normally in a situation like that. I don't work in a restaurant. I wasn't expecting that to happen when I said, if you can hear this or blah, 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 do something right now. And it dropped the ice. I literally almost shot out of the chair I was sitting in at the point. So I think when people go in and they're just hell-bent they're going to find something, they can point fingers at things and say, oh, that was a ghost. That was a ghost. It's kind of nice for them to go in kind of nonchalantly, probably not going to get anything, blah, blah, blah. And then they started having experiences. I think those are the best times when you're investigating and that happens.
And just think how you could have spun that. You could have been like, and we looked and the ice machine was unplugged.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And there are shows that will do that
exactly.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then we looked in the ice machine and saw a severed head. We shut it and we opened it again.
And it said something to me. It said my name.
And then opened it again, and it was just ice. So we made a cocktail,
I like that voice. Your paranormal investigator.
It's like a horrible paranormal investigation.
I wonder
show.
who you're trying to be there. I have somebody in mind that you might be.
I don't even know. I just went with a voice.
I like that guy.
Hey, I'm doing this. It's a paranormal investigation show.
I don't actually skateboard, but I dress like I do. How's that one?
And I'm 45.
My shirt's way too small, but I'm going to wear it because it shows off my muscles.
I still wear a backpack everywhere I go.
And every time I investigate, I get taken over by the evil spirits that are inside the house.
Every single time.
Yeah. Anarchy, man.
Yeah. Come on, do something to me. I dare you. And then, he gets possessed every freaking time.
Oh no, look, it's doing something to me, dude. I guess we could write our own paranormal show.
I can see this character. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I got somebody in mind.
I don't. Is it somebody I would know?
I don't know. Do you know who Zach Bagans is?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay.
That was pretty
I wasn't trying to be him. I was just being, maybe that's just, I was just trying to be paranormal douchey. And
well, listen, if there's a photo next to that.
I wasn't even thinking that, but yeah, I see your point.
In a paranormal dictionary, next to paranormal douchey, I think there's a photo.
Wow, that's just kind of interesting. That's just kind of what naturally comes to mind. That sound is what naturally came out when I was just kind of doing that. I wasn't. Yeah, I was just kind of like all encompassing that sort of character, but I wasn't even thinking him. But damn, wow, that's how powerful you are, Zach Bagans.
That's right. You're the guy.